Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, Funtime Crafts 24/7. I have a little project share here for you. I made this super pretty thank you card using a couple of my older sets from the Stamps of Life, and I wanted to share with you how I made it. I used, let's see, I used, the first couple I used were this butterfly set here, which is Butterfly to Build. And I used, for the butterfly, I stamped the butterfly, the outline, and then the bold, or the filler stamps, and then that decorative stamp in the small and the large. I stamped them on white cardstock, and I used Ranger Ink Emerald Isle, Paradise Teal, and Aquamarine. And what I did was I stamped two out like that, using all the pieces, and I used the dies to cut them out. And then one of them I took and I hand trimmed really close, and then I stamped out the this die set comes with the insert for the small and the large wings. And then I stamped out a set of those as well. And so, and those cut really close to the line, so I didn't have to hand trim those. I just hand trimmed the one big one that gets cut out, and then I layered them all up together. Edged them with some Studio G glitter glue, and then put some pearls out of my stash down the center of the little butterfly, but to give it a bit of dimension and fun. Curled the wings. I just used my fingers and curled the wings up a little bit, and bent the ends of them in, so they would have a lot of body to the dimension of the little butterfly there. Curled up the little antenna and stuff. So I did that. These flowers here are from this set here, which is Die Flowers That Wow. And it comes with all the stamps and the dies. And so I used all three of these stamps here and the dies. And then I also used that thank you sentiment. The thank you sentiment and the that scalloped mat there, which is the scalloped rectangles from Stamps of Life, are this. I actually edged that. It was white cardstock, and I edged it in peacock and stamped thank you in peacock. The rectangle is the second largest, so the scallop is the largest one in that set. The stitched rectangle is the second largest in the Stamps of Life stitch rectangle dies. And then let's see, the leaves on the background are, I stamped them out in Emerald Isle, and then the bold is in Viridian. And so the outline, that's in Emerald Isle, and then the bold one that I went over is in the Viridian, the lighter green. And then I mica sprayed over the top of it with my Nuvo Mica Mist spray in that color there. And this is really pretty. It gives a really light, pale green shimmer to the background over those vines or leaves. And then the flowers, those are pretty darn fun. I stamped this one, and I was going to go ahead and do it with you right now. Oh, here. Oh, I didn't grab a block. Let me get a block. Oh, and I'll need a blending brush, darn it. So what I did was I stamped it in cactus flower, which is kind of a purpley color, a really pretty purpley color. And when you do this, you don't have to worry about it being perfect. It works better if you do it on a stamping mat. So there's that one. Oh, yeah, I gotta do all three of them, because I was gonna make a flower with you really quick. goes there. I still need that one. And we'll do these two. And we'll stamp these out in the cactus flower as well. That's the nice thing about this method. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just adds a nice little flare of detail is all. And you get the fun little designs. Oops. So. Okay, so we're done with cactus flower. And so then what I did after that was I took my blending brush and I went over the edge of it in raspberry sorbet. Whoops. And you don't have to be perfect or neat about it because we're cutting them out and forming them. So that's nice. That's nice about this method of making the flowers. And then this color here, Vibrant Fuchsia, is going to be in the center. Right in the very center. Like that. And then, just for fun, we're going to go back over the outside with some cactus flower. The same color we stamped in. And just lightly. And because the flowers actually don't cut very close, it colors the edge of them, which makes them fun. And then if we remember, we want to do the back side of them too. So that way when they're formed, you see them. So let's see, let's cut this out. I don't hand trim them, I'm just cutting the page. Cutting the paper down so we can fit it through my little prism here. My little Spellbinders prism. And this is actually pretty quick. So that way the die doesn't slide. I'm just gonna put a little piece of tape on. And this is a handy little gadget here, and you can fit almost all the dies actually fit. What am I doing wrong here? Almost all the dies fit through this little die. And it takes 2 seconds. It's actually quite nice. I really like using this. Especially when you don't have too much room on... And look how pretty that is. Too much room on your desk. It makes it pretty good. Oops. So let's do these two if we can get them both on there together. I might be able to... Oh, goody. Look at that. Whoops. And this, don't worry about it if you don't get them cut out perfectly. You don't even notice it. Whoa. See, just like that. Imperfection is beauty. It makes pretty things. At least that's my theory anyways. It makes things unique and much more interesting. So let's get this out of the way and get these guys put away before I lose them. And then here's what I discovered. I discovered that I bought this 3D Floral Basics Shaping Mold from Heartfelt Creations. And what it is it's a flower molding piece. And it's a basic one, so you can put any kind of flowers in here that you want. And that's what I did with this. What I did was I popped them in a coordinating slot, like so, and upside down, face down. And then I spritzed them with water, popped the lid on, and ran it through my Big Shot. And when you run it through your Big Shot, all you need is your top and your bottom cutting plates. You don't need the platform. So then they come out like that. Well, when I was doing it, I discovered that actually you end up pressing the back of them to give them a little bit more shape anyways. And so it's unnecessary. You don't have to have this to get that. And so in the process, I learned that also. I picked up this deluxe flower shaping kit from Heartfelt Creations. And now these make it quicker. Like this makes it faster. This makes it faster, but they're not necessary because the mat that comes in this kit, this is fun. You get a forming mat, which is completely different than the Crafter's Companion one. This is actually more the texture of your stamping platform that you get from the Stamps of Life. It's this same type of foam that this comes in. Same type. It's a little bit softer, but it's the same type. And so in that, I found out that you don't need this. And you can actually use a stylus, or not a stylus, a embossing tool. So you can use this. You can use actually the tip of a Bic will work, or if you have this quick stick, this is for putting little embellishments and pearls on. It's got a sticky end, and you pick up your gems and things like that and put them on top of your glue. And then this end is for like moving around and stuff. But this would even work as well. The Bic is the closest to a ball, but if you have an embossing tool, that works the nicest. And basically, if you miss them, just a touch with water. Flip them over and then just poke them on all the flower petals. All the backs of the flower petals. And you're going to flip them back over. And then you're going to just press in the center of the flower. Oh, we forgot to put the ink on the back. Well, we can still do that. This is all you need to actually do to form them. Now, does the flower shaping mold do a little bit more? Yes. Can you do a little bit more even with your embossing tool? Yes. But this will give you a pretty good formed molded flower, and you don't have to do a lot of work. It doesn't kill your hand, and it still comes out really pretty if you just do this. So there's that. And so I'm going to go ahead and throw some ink on the back of these. And when you spritz them with water, you definitely want to make sure to let them dry. You can do it dry too, so you don't have to wait for them to dry. You can even heat set them with your heat gun as well if you wanted to. Now, I do this because you get so much dimension that you actually end up seeing the back of the flowers. And so it just makes them that much nicer. Let's see, and let's go ahead and, yeah, that's plenty of color. See, you just need to make it real quick. Yeah, I flattened them out. And that's why you gotta let them dry first, because otherwise you lose your dimension. If you handle them a lot. And so... And then in the center. And then all you're going to do is just hot glue these babies together. Like so. And then actually when you're hot gluing them together too, the trick is I use the ball tool. I use the ball tool when I inset them and hold them down. And it gives dimension to the flower a little bit more. So I got this heating up. And so then what I did was, after I did this, I added to the center of the flower. Oh, yeah, I added to the center of the flowers. Let's see, a green one of these. Oops. A green, like a teal mint green. One of these little pearl gems from the Stamps of Life. And then I mica mist, sprayed it with my Nuvo mica mist in... Whoops. Let's see. Turkish rose. And that's how I got the shimmer on those. And doesn't that just look so pretty? Oh, I think this came out so beautiful. Now, instead of shimmering it with the mica mist, you could even use the glitter glue if you have glitter glue or stickles and just go around the edge of the flowers. And that will make it really pretty too. And yeah, I think this just came out super, super fun. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of the card, what you think of the 3D flowers. And if you've tried making them yet, or... if they're just too puffy for you because you can't send them in the mail. I know that could be a bit of a sticking point for people wanting to make them or not, because they're so dimensional that you can't send them in regular mail. That does make it a little bit odd. But if you were giving somebody a gift, you could definitely hand them the card, or put it in the gift, or put it on top of the gift. Actually, you could put it on top of the gift, would be super fun as well. And then to get the little thing, I don't have any green ones on my desk. I put them away, I guess. We'll just use one of these little white ones. That'll still be pretty. Yeah. I just put some hot glue on the back. That's all I do. And I think, I mean, don't you think those come out really, really pretty? Look at all the dimension. And those don't even have a shimmer on them. I mean, that is just, I think they're so pretty. They just add so much life to the flowers to get them to pop off the page and stuff. And because we colored them, you don't see all the white back there and stuff, you know, like on the extra petals and things. I just think they're pretty. But anyhow, I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend, and happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Mom, say happy Father's Day to your, you know, husbands, or, you know, dads, or whatever. And yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And until next time, happy crafting, guys. Bye-bye.